Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. We're going to get a rune first for each position, and then a card of clarity, and then a rune of clarity for each position. But we're going to do each position like bam, bam, bam at a time. All right. So at the very end, though, we're going to get a card of clarity again from a Crystal Grid Oracle deck. Haven't used this deck in a hot minute, so I thought it would be a nice time to break it out again. In your energetic near past here, Cancer, is the Rune of Dagaz. Bless or challenge with clarity changes in your life, the duality aspects of it, maybe uncovering certain false dualities, or false dichotomies. And this is a lot like the Temperance card in Tarot, where you have the balance of the two cups traditionally, right? The two energies. So this is like divine true alchemy, blessed or challenged here with this in the past, but like the infinite amount of clarity could have been like an aha moment, like an epiphany that you had in the recent past, or challenges like really looking for that clarity and needing to be a lot more centered and balanced in doing so. The Hermit card is clarifying this in the recent past. And this is interesting. So this is maybe a stagnant kind of energy, or maybe you're just, time is standing still, like the hourglass is tipped on its side, and it feels like you really are needing to go within for that infinite clarity. The Hermit, a lot of times the Hermit means that like you kind of took your light to the top of the hill to protect it, but also you kind of robbed others of your gift too. And I see you changing and adapting that. We all need to kind of go through this hermit phase when we're adapting and changing and going into our spiritual awakenings. So take that how it resonates. Let me know in the comments below how this resonates with you here as well. In your rune of clarity here for this very grounded flow, this is the rune Lagus. This is divine feminine healing work, or like just really reining in and really grounding your sense of what flow is to you. This is the rune of water, divining with water, scrying, dowsing with water, being near a body of water. So this is interesting. Emotional clarity, the Hermit going within for that emotional clarity and stability, needing to stay grounded in that. So like a river flows when its banks are well formed, like, right? So, but when it gets blocked or the flow gets stymied a bit, the water can just be stagnant in places. So we really want to make sure we're staying in flow, we're going within for that clarity. Yeah, true, but bless or challenge with aspects of this in your past again. All right, rune of the now, Ingwas. So this is interesting. Divine feminine rune, divine masculine's rune here. So the god Ing's rune here, Ingwas, this is the rune of fertility, successfully planting the seed in soil. Calling in that stability, groundedness, the timing aspect of knowing rather than guessing that seed will gestate, it'll germinate, all that stuff in its own process, in its own divine timing. This is like an exercise in divine timing here for you. Card of clarity for this is Four of Cups reversed. Now, Four of Cups reversed is like emotional, or Four of Cups upright is like emotionally closed off, not really showing up to be going on invited on adventures, right? So I think you're saying yes to more of those adventures. You're not as emotionally closed off. You're saying yes to those adventures though, but still in stable ways. They have to kind of go through that filter, it looks like, through you right now. All right, Cancer, let's see what you're... Yeah, okay, Dagaz again. So Dagaz coming up still here means that this is still a big change that you're in the process of. You're still gaining that clarity. You're still in that divine alchemy. You're carrying that all with you. You're mastering that. And with that, you have the divine feminine and masculine. So you are really trying to balance those aspects within yourself. I see you doing the work out there, Cancer. Let's see what's in your energetic near future. Algiz is the rune of the elk. This is very stable, grounded faith, divine protection and connection. The antlers of the elk rune here are your divine defense. This is a grounded faith. So I see you like taking all this and applying it. Beautiful, beautiful energy. The strength, yeah. This is awesome. Meeting, okay, strength is gentle, right? See the young lady there holding that polar bear gently. That is, strength is restraint. Strength is restraint. Knowing when you need to practice grace, right, Cancer? So that's increased aspect of faith. I see you really applying that divine masculine and feminine type of balancing act out and applying that in your near future, which is really, really beautiful. Yep. Nurturing that, blessed new beginnings. This is the birch goddess's rune, Bricana. This is kind of like Empress energy in the tarot too, if you wanted to do that. But this is that new beginning for you. This metamorphosis is complete. It's locked in, and really that seed that you've been nurturing already. You've watered and prepared the soil. You've planted the seed. Now you're nurturing that with your faith, with your strength, with your temperance, with your strength, with your blessings. Yeah. Beautiful. Can we just end this one right here? In your influence of the energetic now as I was. This is like the U branch, the U tree, the world axis, calling you to be flexible, durable, strong, not really rigid. Okay. And, like the U branch, if it flexes too much or not enough, it can break in a storm, right? So this is is calling you to be responsive rather than reactive. This is like handling the changes in the energies, the communication between the head and the heart, the information received and how you apply it type of stuff. So that's kind of the influence that you're in right now with that rune. You have beautiful King of Cups energy here with the influence of the now. So like you've locked in that divine feminine healing with that influence of the now. So you're like, yep, okay, I'm well versed at that. I'm ready to move on, which is beautiful. So the King of Cups is the most grounded, I believe, out of all the cards in the cups, and he's very stable. He has those dreams, true, yeah, but he's very stable in controlling and maintaining them. And so you are too, with this beautiful rune of the U tree. Flexibility, mastering flexibility and stability. This is the rune of Pertho. For the clarifying this is uncovering mysteries, taking energetic leaps. Rune of initiation. This is like an initiation process here for you. You kind of knew what you were getting yourself into when you did this, but you're going to come out with a shifted perspective, and that's the point, right, Cancer? That's the point. So this is beautiful clarity here with that. The King of Cups is mature and invested in this energy, right? And I see you becoming a lot less emotionally closed off as a result here with this, and getting yourself into your divine masculine healing work with that King of Cups and beautiful adaptability kind of energies there. Okay, advice for right now is in Pertho. Pertho is the Gambler's Cup. This is, like I said, uncovering mysteries. This can be like a rite of passage. It could be a game, a pregnancy, a energetic leap of faith, right? A leap of faith. Divine saying, take that leap. I got you. I got you. The leap might look really far for us, but to divine, it's only that far. They for sure, divine's got us. This is coming out with that shifted perspective in divinely guided ways. So Pertho is really kind of going within and unlocking those hidden mysteries of the self, in the process of all the changes that you're going through, having that shifted perspective in very beautiful ways. So I see why you have Berkana there now in your and in your faith increase and strength increase here. This is really driving this home. Yeah, you're in this influence of this huge metamorphosis. You have Pertho here twice, you have Dagas here twice, flexibility and strength, yin and yang energy. Yeah. 6 of Cups reversed for the card of clarity for what you need to do now. This is something you need to do on your own. This is a solo mission. Not necessarily all by yourself. You always have divine. You always have your spirit tribe, right? But this is something where you're needing to uncover and address and healing the mysteries of your family. It could be interpreted as something you need to do without your family with the 6 of Cups reversed here, that emotional fulfillment of family. But with that 6 of Cups reversed here, and Pertho, this is a big emotional gamble here with your tribe, with your family, with your clan, and it needs to be. You don't want to pour out all your cups there on your family, but this might call for a little bit of an emotional detachment from them at this point while you are in your changes that you're like literally rewriting yourself. So your family might not understand this, but you need to. Stay grounded. This is manas. Stay grounded for that clarity. Your attachments to ideas, outcomes, labels, where you stand in the world, where you stand with your clan. Don't let that be your identifier. Yeah, that's the message. That's what you need to do right now. Yeah. Don't let your identity with your family be your course of action. Don't let it influence your rite of passage, your initiation, your uncovering of the mysteries, because you're still going to have this, I believe, in the end. Maybe you are leaving behind bad quote unquote familial style type of situations, like adopted family, spirit tribe, you name it, where maybe you're kind of molting out of your shell, so to speak. Yeah, let's get a rune for the outcome here. All right, Awaz. Awaz is the horse rune, and this is about that pilgrimage, that spiritual recharge. This is energy that's like reciprocated by leading and following each other, not by coercion or by force. This is that beautiful journey that you get to go on together. This is an energetic source that's proven itself to you through many times throughout your life, like family. I see you like maybe just like saying like, look, family, I just need to do this, and you get to, go on that pilgrimage with your family here, and it increases your faith and strength here. I think it was Ram Dass who said, if you think you're healed, try spending a week with your family. So definitely when we're going through these changes, metamorphosis, the family can test us. But stay grounded in your sense of clarity and definitions. Make sure that they're healthy, right? Because this energetic source that's proven itself to you time and time again, like man's best friend, the horse, is your outcome. And it's either going to be your relationship with them, with yourself, with a clan member, with divine source. Take what resonates here. This could be you just literally traveling to a different place. So if you have that goal or that option in mind, you could be traveling to a different place for your new beginning in your faith, in your embodiment of your strength. Remember that strength means restraint, right? It's knowing when to use it and when not to use it, right? Or not to use it, but restrain it. Wheel of Fortune it has the crone, the maid, and why am I having a brain fart right now? Okay, anyway, you know what I mean. This is, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, with these three here, spinning the web of life, right? The thread of life. This is tied to your fate. This is tied not just to your fate, but this is part of, like if you get into palm readings or something like that, where you can discern your destiny, right? This is part of your writ, your destiny, your life's work. This is written in the stars that this journey kind of proceeds accordingly. This is part of your divine. I see you as a course correction on your divine source self blueprint. I see you on a course correction of your divinely guided path. Yeah, because you went from stagnancy and huge changes, maybe stagnancy here, but stillness and huge changes into this travel into very stable energies where it might have been not so stable here. Look at this huge clarity, metamorphosis, transmutation, uncovering mysteries and initiations. Yeah. It's kind of, you're gonna look back at this like, wow, what was that? And you're gonna realize that you need that spiritual recharge. We all do occasionally, right? Okay, we have Odin's rune for the rune of clarity. For that, we're going to get a different rune of clarity from a different whole set. As a result, this means that it's like the patch over Odin's eye, something that's hidden from you or something that you already know. Let's look this one up. This is going to be from the Unikite set, Abundance. This is Fehu. So this is something that's hidden from you, that is an aspect of your abundance, something that you really don't need to be looking for right now, but it has to do with your abundance. I think you just need to realize that this is a sense of abundance for you. Whether, don't let, make sure your sense of abundance is very grounded and stable too. You're not going and chasing it, but you're bringing it to you. Right? You're being present with that energy. You're not trying to coerce it, right? Yeah. Okay, let's get a card of clarity from the Crystal Grid Oracle deck. These are beautiful messages that you can take a screenshot of and blow up the picture and carry it with you throughout the week for carrying the energy of this crystal grid with you and carrying the energy of the rune reading here with you. This is the card of expression. Hemimorphite. 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 It looks to be like a copperish or turquoise-ish kind of compound in there. And this is number 40, 4 and 0. This 4. This is responsibilities and getting things, dotting I's, crossing T's, doing the work, showing up and doing the work of this. And I really see you doing this, Cancer. So I think this is just driving the point home. But yeah, if I could find that card. I went to page 4 instead of 40. Okay, here we go. Or, card 40. Anyway, hemimorphite, expression, communication, and joy. Hemimorphite, quartz, topaz, and aquamarine are what make up this crystal grid. Hemimorphite is a zinc-containing mineral very similar to smithsonite. They were once thought to be the same. However, they do have slightly different chemical makeup. Hemimorphite is commonly seen in a beautiful, calming blue color, but it can also be found in other colors. There are many ways to express yourself through communication. You can express who you are through the way you dress, the car you drive, and the words you speak. Hemimorphite enhances your ability to communicate in a positive and joyful way, as it works closely with your heart chakra. When you communicate from a place of love, understanding, and joy, you cannot help but to feel the flow, that energy, and that energy with other people as well. And when this card happens, and when this happens, it allows others to communicate in the same way. Accordingly, hemimorphite is commonly used when walking into situations of conflict, as it allows you to speak with softer words and a sense of calm. Okay, so maybe familial challenges that you're addressing and overcoming. This could really help you out with that. Okay. Yep, it can also aid with your It can also aid when your emotions are overwhelming, allowing you to release or understand them better and bring a sense of calm. Hemimorphite helps you express yourself at a higher vibration, making it easier to communicate with your higher self and your guides and angels. When you lift your vibration in any situation, you see things from different perspectives. One of understanding from where some are from understanding anyway, from where a person is and the lessons you are learning, and the love of that compassion, all the beautiful energy. So happy healing out there to you, Cancer. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.